Hey there, friends. How's it going? It's Rich, Steph, and Mia in the back seat, heading out for a quick little bit of a. This is a short level road trip while we're visiting some friends up in the Litchfield County, Connecticut area, Roxbury. So hopefully a nice day, nice hangout. See how the Model 3, Model 3, God bless you, Model 3, how the Model Y performs. Let's see what we got. So, pre-flight checklist, we've got 77%. That's, what is that? I gotta check the rating. It's 253 miles estimated, but we all know what that means. 12:09 p.m., 2 hours and 6 minutes to go, 80 miles. So let's see how we perform and see what we get during the ride. What's it, 2 hours, 6 minutes? Yeah, that's about right. All right, cool. there, friends. So we just made it back home, pulled into the drive, 7:34 p.m. and let's check out our stats. All right, so as you can see, we pulled in with 22%, 7:34. We left at like 12:30, so 7 hours. Very, very fun trip. So let's take a look at our trip here. Now I'm gonna go since the last charge. We drove 157 miles. We left here with what, 77%? I think it was 77%. So 55% gave us 157 miles. What's the math on that? Average energy during that trip, 255 watt hours per mile, which is, I guess, pretty effective. Yeah, all in all, a pretty smooth trip. Nothing too, nothing out of the ordinary, I guess. I'm just curious, like, what that means about the battery if we were to extrapolate and say that, I'll do the math on it, whatever it is, 55 is to 157 as X is to 100, to then know what the actual mileage you should get on a theoretical 100% charge with the vehicle. Anyways, with that, hopefully you enjoyed this trip with us to go visit some friends in Connecticut. Until next time, take care, be well, bye for now. Hey there, friends. How's it going? Richard here. Just wanted to end this video with doing the actual math, like I said, as we were looking at the trip summary, because in the news, especially, there's been reports of Tesla overestimating their range estimates and what kind of travel capacity, range capacity their vehicles and their batteries actually have. Now, I will say, if you drive a Tesla or I think any electric vehicle, you probably know by now how much all these different elements, the number of passengers, cargo weight, temperature, battery temperature, air pressure, whether you're traveling with wind or against the wind, elevation, how all those things dramatically impact the capacity of your battery. What I will say though is, as a Tesla owner, and I love my Tesla Model 3. I love the Tesla Model Y. You're not seeing 330 miles. For instance, I've got the 2023 Tesla Model Y long range. You are not seeing 330 miles on 100% state of charge. Why? It's just like the real world application. When they came up with that estimate, I presume it was like perfect conditions. They drove at 70 miles per hour on the nose, maybe just the driver, no cargo, you know. But in real world driving, like, you stop, go, you have passengers and whatnot. So um here I wanted to do these numbers because it shows you what you can really expect. And I think I would assume that battery packs for other vehicles of the Teslas, like, are comparable, maybe not. And then this is what we're dealing with. So again, we left New York City on this trip. This was a relatively short trip, a 2-hour drive each way, um to Connecticut from New York City. We left the house with 77%. Went up there, didn't stop along the way. There was one quick detour, a couple blocks from our house. What did we stop for? Oh, to get some cookies, but it was like along the way. So 77%, end state of charge 22%, and in that 55% delta, we travel 157 miles. Which means, if we were to do the math as to actual real world battery capacity, battery range, if we were to fully charge to 100%, I would be able to drive about 285 miles. Now, in the vehicle, air pressure was pretty good, temperature was pretty good. Um, we weren't traveling like crosswind, which would decrease the efficiency even more. It was just myself, Stephanie, and Mia. Nothing, no huge cargo either. So again, 285 miles. If we had more passengers, more cargo, that probably goes down even further, from the 330 estimated miles estimated from, like, the EPA, or what Tesla advertises. So just know that if you're getting into a Tesla or an electric vehicle, like, you are not, you got to forget about the estimated range. Now, larger battery packs should have more miles, right? I think the Tesla Model Y battery pack is somewhere around 70, mid 70s or something like that, kilowatt hours. So if you got larger battery packs, it should have more miles.
But still, like you can't worry about the 100% because one, you're generally not charging to it, and then two, how they come up with those numbers, like inside the perfect vacuum, and it's just not real. So I know now moving forward that in real world driving, if I did charge at 100%, those rare times where you're taking a road trip and you're in that void where there isn't another supercharger for 3.5 hours, then maybe you need to be charged, that deep in the pack. But otherwise, you're not doing it. But it's just good to know. I mean, this is a 40 from the estimated range, 45 miles short of that. Which again is pretty significant if you're paying premium on the battery. Um, it's a little concerning and disheartening that I paid for a long range because if I were to do it on based on the, let's say, the all-wheel drive model, or the performance model, right? Then what am I getting at 100%? Maybe it's like 250 or something like that, which seems accurate. Anyways, just wanted to share these numbers again. If you are in the market for a Tesla or an electric vehicle, just understand that the battery you can't look at it as. Let me take a step back because gas powered cars have the same thing, right? There are very how many people actually look at the mileage, fill the tank up, go to zero, use all the gas and then check the mileage to know exactly how efficient they're driving. Very few people, but just know that if you are getting an electric vehicle and a Tesla in particular, like it's just that much more dramatic because EV charging stations aren't as ubiquitous as they should be. Superchargers are nice when you're road tripping, but they're still not as ubiquitous as you still have to plan in advance. So just keep in mind, be very, very cautious and wary of the 100% or the estimated range capacity of any electric vehicle. That real world conditions really degrade the efficiency. You just got to plan for it in advance. I wasn't concerned at all while driving. It's just I was curious, like how much miles, if in my driving, do I really get if I were to charge that deeply into the pack? And that's your answer. That's my answer. 285 miles if I were to charge 100%. Anyways, hopefully you found this interesting. If you are interested in purchasing a Tesla, be sure to use my referral link in the description below. Why? You get some perks, whatever they're doing right now, 3 months of full self driving, and $500 off, up to $1,000 off. I think S and X. If you get the Model 3 or Model Y, it's like $500 off. So any discount's a great discount. So be sure to use that referral code. I'd really appreciate it because then I get like credit in their store, whatever it's called, on loot points. Uh, Anyways, until next time, you take care. Be well. Bye for now.